Hello happy people, my name is Dan and it's that time again. It's time to look at some more GM48 Game Jam games. These are all games around the theme of just one. So let's look at 6 of these entries.
But before that, really quick, this video is sponsored by my Instagram page. Come and say hello at Tide_Dan, where I post game bits and a little bit more about my personal life. I'll see you there. Okay, so up first today we have got Time Operator Machine, or Tom for short. And that little robot guy on screen, that's Tom. Look at him go. What you have to do, you don't directly control Tom. What you have to do is click on his face. Also, the tutorial crashes. What you have to do is not fail the tutorial. Something that I am apparently not that good at. What you have to do is control him by clicking his face. That keeps him going or pauses him. He'll jump on his own, he'll move through platforms on his own, but you will have to move the platform as you go along, and you will have to stay on track and keep Tom alive from, I don't know, something about evil factories? I'm not too sure. The tutorial, this bit, got me a few times. So I tried it again, this time without the tutorial, because, you know, I reckon I've learnt enough. I had not. So you move the platform and off he goes, and platform went a little too far, but it's okay, we salvaged it, and we're on the move again, we're going, and then I think there was a point where I got stuck somewhere, which made it a little bit confusing. I think it's a very good concept. The art and style on this is really good as well. I did find it a bit jarring that the footstep noises continued even when you're jumping. Oops, I got caught. Yeah, I need to practice this a few times to get it just right. He's very floaty. I think that's kind of by design. I like the physics and the idea. I would have liked to have seen maybe some sort of little prompt or something, just like a circle when you're around him saying, click here. Maybe not quite so obvious, but just something to make it certain that I was clicking in the right direction. I know the tutorial told me how to do it, but also I wouldn't mind perhaps a few more visual cues from just the block you get there. I remembered to pause him this time, and off he goes. It's a nice concept. It's got some very nice techie music, so the background effects are really good. I'm floating a little bit there, but it's okay. I got stuck here. I wasn't quite sure what to do. I might have to revisit this just to figure out what I'm doing, because it does look like a really good concept. I think it just maybe a little rough around the edges, but it's a good job. I enjoyed this one. Okay, so up next today we have got a new nation. Interestingly, the EXE was called Just One Bullet. Damn it, if this was genuinely called Just One Bullet and wasn't renamed, this could have been in my last video where all the names were one. We are seeing a lot of one-themed names. In this game, you have to control the president, which looks a little bit like a black-haired Guy Fieri, but we're not going to worry too much about that. I couldn't quite figure out at what point it just started slowing down for some reason there. I don't know if that's good or bad, but basically you have to stop the missiles with your Just One Bullet, which is controlled by the mouse, while you, the President Fieri, have to move around and basically not get destroyed by this onslaught of missile attacks on your castle. It's very true to real life, you know, very relatable. It's ridiculous. I love it. Also, I shot the birds. I don't know if I was meant to shoot the birds, but I found it fun because they made a little noise, and that made it all the more worthwhile. I also shot the food there, which is a shame. I think I'm meant to collect the fruit baskets instead of shoot them down. I think the idea of this one is very simple. It's very nicely executed. It's got some silly graphics. It's all just fun. It's silly is what it is, and I like silly. I'm not sure what happens when you survive 5 minutes because I have not yet. I may have to try that again. The bar at the bottom fills up. I don't know what makes it. I'm gonna have to figure out what happens because when it fills up, it slows down. But it doesn't matter anyway because the president was killed. Long live President Fieri. Okay, so up next today is Monlamek. I think that's how you pronounce it. In Monlamek, what you have to do is, so it's a rhythm-based game where you have to move along the beat and move onto the different platforms, all with different things and doodly bops that affect how you play. But none that I'm aware that helped me score points. I was totally not sure how to score points. Also, I did not realise until looking at the developers' comments after, you can just hold the button down and that would then just do it automatically. I wish I knew that, because challenge went up, it says, and I didn't even know the challenge in the first place was. I really wish I could have moved across the platforms a little bit more efficiently. Maybe that's just something I need to retry. But yeah, it's a live and learn. I also, like I said, would love to know how you score points. I'm probably missing the obvious when it comes to that. My score saying 0 floating around was taunting me. But yeah, overall, this is a really interesting concept. I really like the sort of mono style art. I wonder if that's what the just one is. The sort of just one colour, just one use. Although no, there's grey, so maybe not. Although here, I did blow up. I'll have to try this one again as well. But good job. Nicely done. In the year 40,000 and X, this is 3G Hope. Earth is facing the last battle against words, and I don't have the time to read them. In 3G Hope, you have a bullet, and when you use your bullet, you use it, that's it. But thankfully, if you destroy an enemy, which is this colourful block situation here, you get a bullet. You only have one at a time. The bullets vary, you get triples or doubles or singles, just like me drinking, except without the singles. And what you have to do is basically not use your bullet like I just did there, because now I have no weapon, which means I will inadvertently just die, I guess. There's little pals and different things that come along to help you as you go. You also get to carry on where you left off when you die, which I think is very generous, because I died a lot, especially when I didn't have a weapon, funnily enough. It's an interesting idea, the fact that you so heavily rely on weapons during the space shootery games, and then suddenly when you don't have a weapon, it's noticeably different. And suspiciously, these PAL things came along, and that meant, warning, the big boss wall man arrived. And I definitely died a lot here. Yeah, that was a lot of dying. But I managed to secure a few shots after my hundreds and thousands of deaths, and I managed to, I think, defeat him. I'm possibly misgendering a wall here, but I did defeat Red Block Man. And then that was it. Yeah, it's a short but sweet experience, but yeah, I like the idea. Good job. Okay, so up next is Unidrive. This is a weird one. It's fun. Basically, you have to crash into vehicles. I did not realise. Oh, hi, Laurie. Bye, Laurie. I didn't realise until I started playing that apparently I have a boost. I read that in the description after. I probably should have read that before I started playing. But yeah, the idea is to drive around, crash into vehicles, and score points. Like this lorry over here. It's very reminiscent of my actual driving. You know, frequent... Oh, there's just that car is just on fire. That's also very reminiscent of my real drive. This is bringing back a lot of horror. Those are just a pile-up. There's a lorry head on its own. I don't really know what's going on. But I'm having fun. And that's the main thing. I say that a lot in life, and it also carries to this game. There's that car on fire again, or is it a different car? There's a different car on fire. They're just all on fire before I even could get involved. I don't think that's very fair. I wanted to have a say in that. There's another one. Okay, I had a say in that one. That one's gone now. I don't think I was meant to hit the red ones as well, but I did. I got points, so maybe it's okay. Maybe it's okay to hit cars if they give you points. That is the lesson I'm taking away from this, and will take into my real... That's just a car orgy. I'm going to leave that alone. That's a lesson I'm going to take into real life. Yeah, I think if I knew I could have boosted, I'd probably been a lot more dangerous, but I'm just going to hit that lorry and steer myself off the road. This is really very flashback. By the way, if you are listening and are a legal enforcer in any way, this is entirely satirical. There's just a head of a lorry going by on its own. Let me find that. Let me catch up with that. I want to see what's going on there. Where's the rest of you? Where are you? There you are. You just look like a little bullet. There you go. You can be run off the road. This is silly. And there's just two cars, standard, just on fire. Why not? And then randomly at some point in the very close future, it just says game over. So, that's because I hit too many red cars. I get it now. That was fun. Silly. I like that. And finally today we have got Baker's Beat. And I tell you, I love nothing more than a game that just throws me into the gameplay. No menu, no title, no click to go, just chuck me in, why not? That terrified me, honestly. I was not ready. I have recording software to set up. I think definitely in need of something like that. Also, just to get all the other niggly point out of the way. So this is a rhythm-based game where you have to frost your meatballs, I think, but you have to press the WASD keys, the WASD keys. The issue is, when we play games with WASD keys, we picture them as arrows. So why are the keyboard prompts at the top not arrows? I don't know what's what when I'm trying to play. I don't know what's WASD. I know them as arrows. That's how I see them in my head. So it got a little confusing, I must admit. The concept is there though. I loved doing whatever I was doing here for these two twins. One is slightly portlier than the other, whose arses are the only things we see. It's silly. It is silly. I like the idea of this. I like a silly game. I think it just needs those tweaks to make it right, and then I will frost more meatballs. But yeah, it's got the beginnings, it's got the foundation works, so overall it's a good job, just needs a little work. And that's where we're at. We've got 24 entries overall now in the GM48, this 47th GM48. I do hope it continues. We are starting to see more entries, and if you want to try your hand at what you can create in 48 hours, then try it yourself. It's gm48.net. Come and join in, because if you're ever so lucky, I will be playing your game in the next video. Until then though, bye!